Alright, so I extolled everyone's virtues. I really did. Miss Peaches especially. That's because I believed Miss Peaches, aka Kayla Trujillo. She claims I never acknowledged any of the things she did for me. No, I truly did. I acknowledge the fact that when I went over to her house 4 times before Natalie died because she offered to help, I acknowledge the fact that she let me over there. I acknowledge the fact that she offered to help. I acknowledge those things. I acknowledge the fact that she offered. I also acknowledge the fact that she didn't keep her word. Through all of this, I was hoping she would eventually stop making excuses and actually keep her word. Now, I understand that everybody needs their downtime. And Peaches is a mother. But the thing is, you can go back through my YouTube, you can go back through my Facebook, and you'll notice that all the good things I said about Miss Peaches are still there. I didn't erase them. You'll also notice that Miss Peaches never kept her word. Now, there's things that Miss Peaches did for me, things that didn't make any difference without her coming forward with what she knew. She wants to be pissed off and play victim because I called her out for lying. That's fine. I'm used to that. I'm used to people lying to me and then playing victim when they get caught. I don't blame Miss Peaches for Raja, because Raja chose to slander me. Miss Peaches did not make him do it. Raja did that on his own. Now, the things that Miss Peaches did for me, she allowed me into her house. And although she smoked my marijuana, I also smoked hers. And although I contributed cigarettes to the household, she also shared her cigarettes with me. Does that mean that she was helping me? No. It means we were working together. There's a big difference. Helping denotes that I wasn't contributing, and that is not the facts. Every time I went over there, I contributed at least food. After I got back from Virginia, Miss Peaches was listening to me. She was hearing what I had to say until Abear woke up. And Abear is an asshole. And after I went to Miss Peaches twice more about that, she was an Abear type of asshole to me. It wasn't until the weekend that Natalie was killed, or the week that Natalie was killed, that Miss Peaches actually did anything, or was actually going to do something. See, here's the thing. Miss Peaches did keep her word to give me a ride to go see Miss Natalie at Miss Natalie's request on the 16th of December of 2017. She said as long as I made it there by 9 a.m. That was that 100-block walk that I made. The infamous walk that was supposedly supposed to mean that I was stalking Natalie. No, I was going to see Miss Peaches to visit with Miss Natalie at Miss Natalie's request in Boulder, Colorado, and that was the day I was served with a protection order instead. But I acknowledge the fact that Miss Peaches is the one that gave me a ride there. I acknowledge the fact that Miss Peaches gave me a ride at least part of the way back and gave me bus money so I could get all the way back to Ken and Leah's. I acknowledge that fact. But it was the fact that she didn't acknowledge those things when she should have and where she should have. In the last video that I posted, I linked, I believe, 8 conversations between Peaches and I that prove that I'm telling the truth. So she can play victim all she wants. I might transfer those videos over to this post as well. Now, they also verify that I was in Miss Peach's kitchen getting ready to cook chorizo when we found out that Natalie disappeared. Miss Peaches and her brother Gibo, they both offered to help, and in some small part they both did. But the difference between Peaches and Gibo is that Gibo didn't waste my time or money. Now, what else did Miss Peaches do? Well, when I was over at Tabby's, Miss Peaches came over to help me get a lawyer. Now, in about 30 minutes, she had managed to give me a phone number that I already had. I didn't need her to give me a phone number, I needed her to write that statement. She said that she would come back that day, and she just never showed back up. I would not have had to record conversations between Miss Peaches and I if she had kept her word. Now, what else did Miss Peaches do for me? She allowed me to stay at her house on multiple occasions, even after Miss Natalie disappeared. Each one of those times she was offering to help me, and although she didn't keep her word, I was still grateful for having a roof over my head. At least she did that, right? That's something I should be grateful for, right? Well, I am grateful for it. I'm just unhappy about the fact that it cost me resources and I didn't get the help that was promised. What else did Miss Peaches do for me? Well, she gave me a ride and helped me set up to go see therapists in Longmont, because it was costing me too much to go back and forth between Colorado and Nebraska. Miss Peaches did that. Now, there was another occasion where Katie Kate was going to go in with me to speak to the police. And she only set aside an hour to do it. I was running behind. So Mandy Hughes offered to go in with me. Miss Peaches offered to go in with me that very same day. At around the same time, I let her know, no, Miss Peaches, you don't need to. Miss Mandy's going to. But Miss Mandy didn't. That's Mandy Hughes. Why didn't Mandy Hughes go in with me? Because she had warrants. She didn't want to get arrested and have her kids taken away. Meanwhile, she has a husband. Her kids wouldn't have been taken away. However, her reasoning, her wanting to be there to take care of her kids, is a valid reason. However, she didn't come forward with that until it was too late to go see the police. And after that, getting Miss Peaches to keep her word to go in with me was like pulling teeth. Miss Peaches claimed that she would write a report about the things that we went through together, but she just never did. Now, when Miss Natalie disappeared, Miss Peaches did go in to make a police report then. She didn't go in with me, but she did go in to make a police report. And I'm glad for that. But the fact is, there was so much more going on, and I had gone to Miss Peaches for help repeatedly before that, and she kept on claiming that she would. She just never followed through. And that's where the issue is. Now, what else did Miss Peaches do for me? Well, she sent me money. That's true. She didn't send me $1 million, but she did send me money. And I was glad for it. I'm still glad for it. I acknowledge the things that she did. While I was in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Miss Peaches gave me a choice. She was either going to go talk to Mobley for me, that's Stephen McMillian, or come see me in Cheyenne, Wyoming. She promised me that if she went to talk to Mobley, that she would get a statement from him, and that she would talk to him about my situation. Did she do that? No, she didn't. She let me know that once she ran into Mobley, she hadn't seen him for a while, so they just basically hung out. Well, that's pretty fucked. I should have had her come see me in person. But the fact is, when it came to the Bollingers and their cronies and the public, it didn't take them 7 months to write a fucking police report. And for me, I've tried to go in repeatedly to speak to the police and write a report in person. But I need someone to go in with me. Miss Peaches offered to go in with me and never kept her word. Katie Kate offered to go in with me and never kept her word. Mandy Hughes said she would go in with me and never kept her word. Erin Cockerham claimed that she did make police reports and the police wouldn't take it. Karamia, aka Kara Rogers, claimed that she was going to come to Colorado and help me make a report and go in with me in person. But she never kept her word. Now, Miss Peaches is the only person that I actually put any real trust in, because before I went to Virginia, she had never fucked me over. Every other one of these people had, the ones that I knew anyway. And that's the reason that I trusted her. She had never screwed me over, and I had known her for years. Now, what else did Miss Peaches do for me? Let's think about this for a minute. You can go back through my YouTube and through my Facebook, and there's the stuff that I had to say about her before she fucking pulled that bullshit, and the stuff that I had to say after. Even after I acknowledged the fact that she said she would do those things, I'm pissed off because she never kept her word. She didn't keep her word to go in with me to speak to the police. She didn't keep her word to write a police report. Neither did Tabitha Michelle Cook. Neither did Graham, Tabitha Michelle Cook's boyfriend. But I recorded conversations with them as well. If they were just going to lie to me, they shouldn't have wasted my time. They shouldn't have wasted my resources. After spending all the money that I did at Tabby Michelle Cook's house, after I wasted all of that money, she wanted to play victim because I called her out. I called her out because her new boyfriend is a liar who didn't keep his word. And of course, when he didn't keep his word, I was pissed. I'm still pissed. Of course, that's what I come to expect from Christians. Dishonesty. Kayla Trujillo is not a Christian. Neither is Raja. See, the reason I call them liars is because, number one, they didn't keep their word. Raja, after Natalie disappeared, basically just ignored me. I didn't exist until I was pissed off at Miss Peaches. And then, of course, he jumped right on the bandwagon to slander my name. What a piece of shit. Now, those conversations with Cara Rogers, aka Cara Mia, and Kayla Trujillo, aka Peaches, and Aaron Cockerham, and Katie Cahill, they all show the reasons that I'm pissed at these people. The things that they knew, that they promised to come forward about and just never did. While I was being slandered, while I was being assaulted. Fuck you, Katie Cahill. Fuck you, Cara Rogers. Fuck you, Aaron Cockerham. Fuck you, Miss Peaches, twice. Fuck you, Raja. Fuck you, Lana. Fuck you, Amanda. Fuck you, Miss Jerry. Fuck you, Jennifer. Fuck all of you. Now, I kept your words, so I can prove what pieces of shit that you are. The fact that you never kept your words. The fact that you did such terrible, horrible, wrong things to me because men aren't allowed to have emotions. While I lost everything over the slander, you guys didn't really lose anything. You didn't lose your freedom. You didn't lose your right to speak on your own behalf. You didn't have your name dragged through the mud worldwide. And I didn't drag your name through the mud. I told the truth about you. You want to play victim because I told the truth about you? Your words are recorded. They're on my Facebook. They're on my YouTube. You go ahead and play victim. The fact is you're not. The fact is you pretended like you were going to help me and never kept your word. You didn't have time. You didn't have time. Well, you never should have said that you would if you didn't have time. Well, I was victimized and railroaded, and you didn't have time. See, here's the thing. Yes, I extolled Miss Peach's virtues and the wonderful things that she was doing and the help she was trying to give. But when it turned out that she was full of shit, you damn right I spoke out.